We're here because we believe in children. We're here because we believe in education. And I'm very passionate about that.
California has given me the opportunity to do is strive for a world-class educational system with third world funding. We can't continue this way. It's not fair to our children, our grandchildren, and the generations after that.
Grossly inadequate funding of education is affecting the state's ability to produce graduates who can compete in the 21st century global economy and resulting risks to all of us as residents. My information comes out of the Public Policy Institute of California from a paper that was written by Hans Johnson. The title of his work is Educating California Choices for the Future.
I've been provided with a plethora of course selections from which to choose. From my freshman year forward, I had a plan of exactly which courses I was going to take. I had the freedom to not only enroll in courses that would satisfy graduation requirements, but that interested me as well. In order to ensure that my sister and those who will enter high school in the years to come receive the same phenomenal education I did, a couple of important things need to happen. First, we need to make education in this state a top priority. California ranks among states near the bottom in per pupil spending, a notable difference from the 1970s when we ranked near the top. This, in short, is unacceptable, and something needs to be done to show our kids that they matter. Secondly, we must guarantee that our solution is long-lasting. A temporary resolution will not suffice. Long-term solutions will yield lasting results.
It takes a village to raise a child. Children are our future. Although trite and cliche, these statements contain profound wisdom. I'm here today to deliver a call to action. Our students, the future generations of leaders, have inherited a legacy riddled with national and global concerns. It is this generation that will be asked to rescue our nation from financial crisis, protect the environment from disastrous carbon dioxide emissions and global warming, invent methods to meet the future and increasing energy needs, and protect our society against potentially lethal pathogens. If we expect our students to find future solutions to these problems, we need to equip them with the necessary skills and knowledge to do so.
How did we get in this mess? Well, part of it is the economic recession, the worldwide economic recession that Dr. Over talked about. But some of the things we've done to ourselves. Governor Schwarzenegger, the first thing he did when he got elected to office, he lowered the vehicle license fee that was in place for 50 years until 1990 when we lowered it at 2% of the value of your car. That averages out about $250 per car in California. We would have, right now, if we had maintained that where it had been for 50 years, a little over $40 billion that we do not have. Now,
it's suicidal. It's like giving away your immunity idol. I like to end by quoting someone a lot smarter than me, the former president of Harvard University, Derek Bok. And he said, when asked why tuition is so expensive for some of the great universities, and what he says, his answer is very much applicable to primary and secondary education in this state. He answered, very short, sweet answer, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Thank you.
Unfortunately, and Yeoman was a little polite not to mention it, but Governor Schwarzenegger has pushed, shoved, and kicked education to the bottom of the nation. And we have to recognize that, and I urge you to write letters, do your emails, put it back in front of him. He said he wasn't going to cut education when he was racing to the top and pushing for us to be qualified for federal money, a small amount of federal money, but behind the scenes he was plotting to cut $2.5 billion out of education this year. That is wrong. We got to fight that. We need to put forward some strength.
So what are we doing? We're taking one of the greatest public education systems in the world and we're privatizing it. If you live in school districts where parents can write checks, you still have some semblance of a well-rounded program. If you don't, you're losing those programs. We're getting to the point where our kids are coming out of college with $20,000 to $30,000 in debt. We want more kids to graduate from college. We need more kids to we want more kids to graduate from high school. We need more kids to graduate from college. As you heard, the PPIC report says we have to have 20% more college graduates to meet future workforce needs, and yet we're privatizing it. So we have to stop. And I leave you with the words that my good friend Delane Easton has said over and over again. Adults make sacrifices for children. It's time for us, even in these tough economic times, to make the sacrifices we need to ensure that our children have a good education, to ensure that we invest in public schools and rebuild them and make them the best in the nation again, and to ensure that our state has a strong economic future.
Good afternoon. On behalf of nearly 1 million members of the California State PTA, I want to thank you for demonstrating today that California's children are important. You are stepping up to publicly embrace our duty to protect the future of more than 9 million children just by being here. Thank you so very much.